Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's set of reads. These readings are always valid for whenever you tune into them, of course. But that being said, for this installment, for the tarot cards, I'm using the Cosmic Slumber Tarot. And to where you can find it, it's by Tilly Walden. I knew there was something else I wanted to say there, Tilly Walden. And you can find it at Liminal 11. The website is liminal11.com, liminal 11, you know, there it is if you want to see it. The oracle cards I've chosen are Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. And the website for this one, rockpoolpublishing.com.au, A as in apple, U as an umbrella. And of course, I use dice, 22-sided dice for the major arcana, substituting 22 for 0. And 14-sided dice for the minor arcana, and a 4-sided dice to choose the element that matches up with the minor arcana. You can find those at mathartfun.com, and it's the dice shop. Okay, that being said, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. This is James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And let's go on and watch your read. Hello, Libra. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Libra? Okay. What? Okay, so it seems to be there's a structure to this situation. You have already gained a lot of information. You got a lot going for you in this situation. Even though there's a lot going for you in this situation, you got the devil looming above it. So I don't want to try to sugarcoat something that shouldn't be sugarcoated. You have gained a lot of information, and I think you see the devil for what they are. Okay, so depending on your situation, this could be, sometimes devil talks about a Capricorn energy, could be you're dealing with a Capricorn or somebody like that. Doesn't have to be, because I get like there's very much rules with how this situation works, which can be very subjective. The point is, you know how the devil works. You know what the devil wants, what can and cannot be done, and how that's going to play out. And I feel like slow and steady wins the race. It reminds me of, like, you know, no sudden moves. Like, if you're dealing with a rattlesnake, no sudden moves, you're going to regret it. You take it very slowly. I'm trying to also get a better idea if I'm dealing with some type of circling storm, or is this like the eye of the storm? I'm getting the eye of the storm type energy here. This is very interesting because the way this looks, I've never really noticed it before. Looks like we're walking down a path with a cornfield here, and like at first I looked at the moon and the sky and I used to always think it was like some weird cave type thing, but it's kind of looking like the eye of the storm to me for some reason. And that little red balloon is a little creepy, in my opinion. It's a little creepy. So it's kind of like, are we just in the eye of the storm here? Are things about to get more heated? Do they have to be more heated? Because I see something pushing in, and there's the potential to create more controversy. I don't think I'm very warm and fuzzy about that thought. I'm kind of like, I don't know if we need to do it that way. And I feel like you're trying to kind of step in here and kind of like, before we go there, do we have to? Do we have to? Can we do this a different way? Can we kind of talk this out first? And I'm seeing more and more energy come forward where I'm trying to understand if my participation is going to help keep this from becoming a problem. Can other people get along? Can people get along better here? Are they willing to? Are they willing to? That Nine of Fire, Nine of Torches, it looks like there's a bunch, like I'm looking at the rocks on this hill, and it's kind of like, are they flowing down with the lava, or what is going on with this hill? Everything seems very like, I'm not sure if this is really going to work. I don't know if this is really a possibility. I want to hold the line. Are people willing? That's the thing. Can I convince them to be willing to work with each other, to get along? It's a lot. It's a tall order. It's a tall order. Hierophant, and then the Queen of Fire. I feel like the fire energy I might be able to do better with. The fire energy, whatever that... Fire is like constantly in motion, things are creating, tends to be successful. Fire does not take any prisoners, it just keeps going, just keeps going. And I'm kind of like, I'm seeing the stress of this. And I'm like, this is a lot. This is a lot for me to try to figure out. But the situation doesn't get better. In fact, if I just kind of sit back, I'm pretty confident that I'm really going to be unhappy with where this goes. So I feel like I kind of have to do something about it. Take it with a grain of salt. Readings are obviously for entertainment purposes only. Because I'm getting like, I feel like I have to move forward. I keep getting like I'm urged to do it. I'd rather move now than regret it later. Because I don't feel like I am very confident these people will be nice to each other. And if they're not nice to each other, I feel like this whole situation could constantly be a volatile place to be. And I don't want that. So I'm trying to get these people to work together. I'm trying to find common ground. I feel like I'm more successful with the fire energy. The devil doesn't want to hear it. The devil's kind of like, no, this is how it goes. This is how it goes. No. Right here, this is how. Not very negotiable, I don't feel at all. I don't feel very negotiable energy with this energy. I don't. Not for what you want to happen. They would negotiate if it made the pot sweeter for them, but you'd have to really convince them and prove to them that it would work in their favor. And they would like some guarantees with that. Stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like you're working better with the fire energy. I really do. The thing is, rules are still rules. Players might change. I feel like this is a heavy burden to manage this. It gets to a point where holding it together is going to get so heavy, I have to make a decision. I either step back and let fire do what fire is going to do, and we're going to end up with the same outcome I didn't want. Or, I'm going to roll the dice on this just to be sure, because this, whatever this is, clearly there's a reason you're sticking with it, because it's a lot. If I want success, I got the Six of Wands, it's success. I got to take the lead role in this. I got to take the lead role. And then I feel like I'm right in the center of that storm, and I'm constantly having to manage it if I want this to work well. I think a lot of this reading, it's not about like, I don't know, I don't feel like this is like your only choice. I feel like if you're going to stick with this situation, they're showing you, if you want it to work well, it's kind of, you're going to be in the eye of the storm. If you're going to decide that the situation isn't for you, that's okay, but just realize, you know, you might want to move on to something else. I don't know if that's going to make sense. Hopefully that made sense the way I said it. Because if you just let the situation do what it's going to do, it's going to be a very difficult place to be. Because I get a lot of stress here. A lot of stress. Constant stress. One way or another, it's stressful. It's either I step back and let people do what they're going to do, and I it's like I really don't like the situation. I don't like being a part of it at all. Or I'm in the eye of the storm, and you're successful with it. You are successful with it, but you still, I still don't see you liking it, just to be fair. So I feel like there's three options with this situation. One, stay with the situation, just step back and let it play out. And I don't see you liking that. Two, stay with the situation, step forward at some point, and be the mediator, which is very uncomfortable, which is better. This is better. Still, like, it's constant stress. Or there's a third option, which it depends on what you're evaluating. I feel like there is a third option where I don't know if this is really for me. I got to change my circumstances. It's up to you. It's up to what you're dealing with. Because they're saying be careful of extremes. You don't want to go to extremes. You want to be able to talk this out and somebody else go, okay, that makes sense. You might need like some type of advisor or therapist or something with this, because this does feel very heavy to me. Be careful of extremes. Don't go for extremes. But like, what feasible options where you can live your life happily could you actually do? Because there might be like, it's hard to let go of whatever this is, but it might be like, maybe I need to change my total circumstances here. It's almost like if I have a house and I don't like the neighborhood anymore, it's kind of like I didn't really want to sell, but maybe that's my only option to find happiness here. Or if this job isn't working, or God forbid it's your family, it's kind of like, even though it may be like, well, they're my family, I can't change who my family is, but you can change your connection with them. And you can take your connection with them, move your connection out of it, and then find another group of people that you can feel like you can have like a chosen family instead of a blood family maybe, so that you don't feel like you're constantly living in this nightmare. If this reading is hitting, of course. Because I'm getting like, when you accept it for what it truly is, that may be part of this. Just accepting the situation for what it is and what you actually can and can't deal with, or are willing to deal with, or want to deal with. Once you accept it for what it's going to be it step back, let it become what it's going to be, being in the middle of the storm and constantly mediate it, or even decide to change your role in the whole situation and go to a different situation. Once you make that decision and you commit to it, a whole new day dawns for you. And you can make better decisions. So even if you decide to step out and let it play out the way it's going to be, I feel like you're just going to like take a quiet role and just kind of like try not to involve yourself any more than you have to, because it's a madhouse. Of course, if you get in the middle of it, you'll do what you need to do, or if you decide to change your circumstances all over. Once you accept that, then a whole new day comes for you. And then you can find your place in the situation and hopefully make peace with that, hopefully. Seems like a lot to me. It does seem like a lot. Ironically, once you make your decision, things seem to go where they need to go pretty quickly. So I keep getting there's like three ways to go. It's just what makes best sense to you based on what you're dealing with. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.